Toad in the hole. Really weird entitled dish, I know. This comes out of the UK. It involves sausages being cooked in a batter, and it actually originated from batters that were used 100 years before it. And they brought this idea out as a way to try and spin out food in families with a lower income, because the meat was obviously the most expensive bit, and if you cook the meat in a batter, it added more filling. And Yorkshire puddings were incredibly popular at the time, so this is where it was it derived from. So you start off with your sausages. I'm just poking holes into the sausage skin, and these ones are chipolatas that I've picked up. The holes let the steam escape, which stops them exploding. And we're going to roast them in the oven. So I've got my oven preheated to 220, really nice hot toasty oven. And these are going to get dropped into the hot fat, which I've put a spoonful of hot oil into my baking tin. I put the baking tin in the oven, and that's heating up now, so it's going to be nice and hot and sizzling when I drop these into it. Also with these, I'm going to put the onions in as well. So I've just been handling more meat. I put it on a red chopping board to avoid cross-contamination. I'm going to wash my hands and wash the knife. So I'm using red onions just because they got a really nice colour to them. So top off, over the top, bridge, straight through the middle, and then you can get the skin off. Look at the colours and the layers that you've got inside there. You can use normal onions if you want. And this is not traditional. So the traditional is just the batter and the sausages. I'm actually freestyling on this one because I am going to do a fusion dish. I'm doing English breakfast fusion with the toad in the hole. Very odd one, I know, to put together. But the reason I'm doing this is I was just trying to merge two British classic dishes together. Okay, so I normally say keep the root on. I'm actually going to say take the root off this time, and I'm just going to go into wedges, and I'm going to hold it, put them. Hopefully they're going to open up in that colour, because there's such a great range of colour in these. It seems a shame not to display them. The original name of Toad in the Hole has got various different folklores saying where it came from. One of them comes from Northumberland, a golf course, where apparently the golf course was overrun by natterjack toads, and they had problems with them digging and burrowing into different parts because they like to hide, which is where one of the possible origins is toads hide under the mud, which is kind of the appearance where it comes from. But this particular golf course is claiming the story as theirs. They had a big competition, and one of the golfers had just managed to put the ball into the hole on the green, and the hole actually had the golf ball pop straight back out again, and then a very disgruntled looking toad popped out of the hole and had knocked the golf ball out. And it was the chef in the clubhouse afterwards that decided the story was so much fun that he was going to invent a dish based on that. So they're claiming it's theirs. So with the mushrooms as well, another classic that goes on an English breakfast, instead of holding them under the water, especially if they've got the black gills around it, if it's the bigger mushrooms like the portobello ones, it's better just to wipe them. So paper towel, wipe off any tiny little bits of soil that you get on there just to clean them up. And you can, because the tops can be a little bit chewy, just take those top bits off and then leave them whole. Again, if you don't eat mushrooms, skip them. If your oven's on at 220, make sure you put your head back when you open it up, otherwise you're going to get a big blast of hot air in the face. And then take these out. It should be roasting hot. I've got two smaller tins rather than the large one. I'm just going to split it across two. So sausages go in. There's a bit of sizzle. Put whichever sausages you like best in. The smaller they are, the quicker they cook. 2 eggs. We're going to add a couple of mushrooms in. Get those gorgeous coloured onions in as well. What I'm going to do is just give them a little coating with the oil, just to give them a good roast when they go in the oven. Good. First one in, and then the second one will follow just after. Okay, so for the batter, so many different recipes on the internet how to do the batter for this. A lot of them saying 2 eggs, some of them saying 4 eggs. I'm going for a compromise in the middle, I'm going for 3 eggs. So these are the bit that are going to coagulate it, but also it's going to add air into it as well. I'm also going to add 200 in, and I need another 50 to go in. And salt. A generous pinch of salt. I would say that's a generous pinch of salt and a little bit extra. And 140 grams of flour. So that mix, and we're going to mix that up, and that is our batter. Woohoo! 15 minutes in the oven. Oh, it smells amazing already. Okay, into here I am now going to add in my cherry tomatoes. This is just for a bit of extra colour. Tomatoes also going to go in your breakfast. And the batter. So what I've done with the batter, I put it into a jug so it's a little bit easier, and I've also warmed it for 60 seconds in the microwave because the rise is all about keeping that heat in. So if I've taken the chill off it a little bit, that's 6 seconds in the microwave, it should warm up a bit. So I'm going half in this one, half in the other, because I'm splitting it across 2 smaller tins that I have. And then back in the oven. Okay, super hot oven, so make sure you stand back when you open the door. Oh, it smells amazing and it looks so good. Oh, look at those. So the sausages are the toads. Batter around the outside, we've got cherry tomatoes, we've got onions, we've got mushrooms, and you can freestyle and add whatever extra ingredients you want into it. Sliced up and enjoy. Oh. Sausage, batter, onions, cherry tomatoes. Missing it all.